Hi, today I'm fixing an MR2 radiator. It's the 2-litre SW20 1993 MR2, and getting a radiator has proved quite difficult. You can't see them online. Czechoslovakian, about 138. But when I actually measured up, the sizes are slightly different, so it's a little bit of a concern. Also, I think you can really go up to about 250, 300 pound, and you might get the identical one, but it's kind of expensive, so I thought I'd try and go ahead and try and fix this one. So here we have it. It's unusual in that it has the ports for the coolant are, instead of having one at the top and one at the bottom, they're both at the top, and it's fixed in the car with two arms, one on the top, both across the top there, and there's two lugs at the bottom which fit into rubbers. So the whole thing, actually, once you detach everything and take the fan off, the whole thing will lift out. But I found that in the MR2 the only way to get it out is to actually push the bottom end forward into the car and then drop it, and you'll be able to drop it down. You can't pull it up from you can't pull it actually upwards because of supports in the way. Right, okay, so here we are. This is what I've attempted to do. How do you repair a leak? Well, there's a number of fancy ways of attempting to do it. Soldering and well, soldering is one of the main ones. I didn't really fancy doing that. Anyway, I thought I'd use JB Weld. Oh, first of all, I thought I'd try that old established technique, apparently, which I've seen before, of rolling back. First of all, removing the coolant vein bits, and with a, you can actually you can actually get them out with a screwdriver. They pull out quite easily. And that's one of them, and that's one of the actual coolant channels, which I actually took out. So the original idea was to break the coolant channel. I could see that there were splits in one of the coolant channels, and to break the coolant channel and then fold it back on itself using long nose pliers and cramping into a toothpaste type tube effect to see if that worked. And it did work to a point. I was simply just putting water in. I was still getting slight drips from some of them, and you could persevere, I suppose, and get around that. And I found two of the actual veins, the coolant channels, had leaks in, so it was pretty gross. And I thought, rather than faff around doing this, I'll go right to the ends. So you can see here, you can see the actual holes where the water actually comes in the channel. So there's actually two channels. They run in parallel, so it's like a double set, if you like, running horizontally from one end to the other, and you can actually see the holes. So I thought, well, why not? This is that would give a good purchase for JB Weld, and I might using a bit of fiberglass as well to give extra reinforcement. So I did the same thing to the other side, and you can see, well, I've rolled back quite neatly there. Just to get them out of the way. You could take the whole channels out, but rather than disturb anything more, I thought I'd just leave them in. And you can see I've done the same here. Next thing is to take them down. What did I use? I used like a Dremel equivalent, which was a trusted little Parkside, which actually works surprisingly well. Just a battery one. Beyond expectations. I was quite pleased, really. And with that, I smoothed down these holes on both sides, and then using white spirit, or what did I use? White spirit, yeah, just actually degrease these areas. The next thing is to use mix JB Weld. Amazing how difficult it is to get it, and you can get it online, but actually the shops in Salisbury aren't great. I found it in Motor Bits in the end, the original JB Weld. Now the original JB Weld, the classic one, is holds firmer than the actual quick one. So if you've got patience, it's better. You need 24 hours to cure. Okay, so it's mixing the same proportions and putting it in there. Now what I thought I'd do to reinforce it, I've actually got some glass fibre sheeting. So I've cut little strips of the glass fibre sheeting, so I'll be putting the JB Weld, pasting it on there, and then putting on the top of it a bit of glass fibre matting, and maybe put a bit more JB Weld on top of that. So this little area becomes well and truly sealed. And then I'll be patient and wait 24 hours for the thing to cure properly. Now, what does it say about it? Yeah, it has a tensile strength of 5,020 psi. A full cure is reached in 15 to 24 hours. Can withstand temperatures up to 288 degrees C. I've actually used this on a cylinder head on a Porsche 986, and it worked fine, actually, not surprisingly. So it's good stuff. So that's what I propose to do. So you need all the right tools to do it. Use a handy kitchen knife, and you need long nose pliers, of course, as I mentioned, and some cleaners to degrease the area. So right, so that's where we are. So I'm going to go ahead with this and carry on. I won't actually film it because it might just take too long, and we'll see how we get on. I don't see why this shouldn't work, and it'll save me a heap of money. Yeah, okay. Well, thanks. I hope this is helpful to someone. Thank you.